Good afternoon, fellow traders. It's Black Coffee Trader. It is Monday, April the 6th, and we had a bad day. The only positive today was I did pass an Apex account. I'll show you my evals for today. Not much to write home about there either. In fact, hit the DLL, daily loss limit, on this group of Apex accounts that I'm trading. But I did pass this one by trading 4 minis right at the open, as I realized we were opening right at the previous day high, and I thought, man, I'm just going to place an order, and if it fills, we're probably at least going to get some kind of a move. I wasn't really looking to pass it, but the move was pretty strong, and I actually passed that account. So that's a win. The negative is we lost one. So I guess the positive really is I lost an account that had almost no drawdown left, or very little drawdown left, and have one with a lot of fresh new accounts. So not that I like that, but I want to also talk about something. Maybe I'm curious to know if you deal with this or not, but this is the way my brain works. On an account like this, where this morning I had $600 of drawdown, you get down $300, and then you're like, man, I got 300 left. If I can find one more good trade and I win, I can at least maybe get close to break even on the day, small red day. And your brain starts thinking in that way. And that's kind of what happened. I mean, the crazy thing is I had no desire to touch the rest of my funded accounts today. None. I had no desire. Why? Because I recognized that we were doing this. We were doing this sideways chop. And I really didn't want to trade those accounts. And I guess the thing that I need to tell myself, or to just remind myself of, is when I recognize that, it's time to just stay away, because this was a very, very difficult price action day. Very difficult. Especially this little move right here, this V-shaped move right here. This was a tough one. You break down below the Friday high or the Thursday high of day. Looks like you're finally in a downtrend after you can't break through these highs. And then, you reject after you push back up here to this level. So very, very difficult trading day. I don't know. I'm not that sad. Maybe I should be, but, that's really what happened. I took one trade in the morning. I think I took a loss on, no. Yeah, it was this trade on NQ. I took a long right here, break and retest long. Nice setup, just didn't work. And we just couldn't go. We got into profit a little bit, but we just couldn't go. And I really let it stop me out. I probably should have killed that trade earlier. Realized then that we're getting an EMA cross that I look for sometimes, and we were retesting this Wednesday high of day. Took the short, but I was cognizant of the fact that we have the prior day's high sitting here. And my targets were kind of scattered throughout down here, but I thought, man, if we get to that point, I'm taking, half off, or I think I was only in with 2 contracts, but so I took one off there and moved my stop down here to 1R, and I got stopped out there. It was a nice winning trade, $180, but that was it. That was the morning. I didn't take another trade until the afternoon, and if I had just walked away after that in the morning, I would have been green by $20, nothing much. But then in the afternoon, I found, whoops, wrong chart. I was looking as we broke the Thursday high of day. We kind of broke this area in the prior day high. Nice setup again. Looked like a nice long. Took the entry here. Tried to go. And this level right here, just a big old ceiling. And the daily 20. The daily 20 was a major, major ceiling today. That turned out to be a loss. And then this one here was, again, this move that we just talked about on NQ. Same thing happened on ES. Moved down, came back up, retested, wick candle rejected, took the entry. I mean, 9 times out of 10, when you have a ceiling like this in the morning or any time of day, when you have a big ceiling like this where the market just can't penetrate higher, and you break below structure to the downside and you come back up and retest that structure, especially with a wick rejection, that's probably going to end up in further downside. And so I have no regrets on taking that trade. And, the market just went back higher. So is what it is. And then the last couple of trades, I took one here again as we broke above when we couldn't fail back down to these lows. I was like, okay, we're probably going to go higher. And we did. but took this entry long, probably sized a little bit too big, had my stop right below that level, should have had a deeper stop loss, got stopped out. That last trade that you see there is me just taking a trade on that account because I had like $9 left just to finish blowing the account because there's really not much hope in holding on to it at that point. So the only other trade I took was on the NASDAQ, and I think, yeah, that was right here. I took the, I did not take, I take that back. I'm sorry, I misspoke. I didn't take the short here. I took it on the NASDAQ. I took that short right here as we retested that area on the NASDAQ, looking for that downside move. Didn't happen. And then this one here, again, this is just what made today so difficult. So can't break these channel highs, can't break these channel lows. You have a fake, you have a liquidity grab. You push back higher, come back down. What am I looking for? I'm looking for a break and retest of this area. The fact that we couldn't get further downside, typically this is going to break, or this is going to test and hold, and I was looking for that. Entered on a nice little green candle. It continued to roll over, wick down below, and did go. So I just had an unlucky, just felt like an unlucky day. And hey, that's all there is to it. I mean, it is what it is. So I think the other thing is I need to get away from this. I'm kind of stuck back in this copy trading 3 accounts, and it's not working right now. It's just not working right now. So I think maybe I'll copy trade these 2 since we've got very little drawdown left on those. And then we're going to work on these fresh accounts, or these accounts, not fresh accounts. I've got 1 new one. I guess I'll have two new ones, but I've got 3 more that are in a pretty good position as far as drawdown goes. So that's where we're at. Yeah, I'm not sure that I'm going to activate that account immediately. I have to activate it, I think, this week or 6 days or 5 days or something like that. But I'm going to work on the rest of these, and I may get a little aggressive with some of these with this 90% off sale that Apex has going on. I may get a little aggressive and try to pass a few more, and maybe I need to do more of this. Try to pass some at the open on that first move. So we'll see. That's kind of where my headspace is at. It's a red day. It's not a day that I'm happy about, but it is what it is. So there's the stats for today. Not that impressive. 15% win rate. So 1 winner. Most of them are losers. Average win to loss was okay, but again, too many losers. So yeah, that is that. Don't forget the 90% off sale I just talked about going on until Thursday, I believe. Lucid still has their deal going on. I think that's going on through pretty much the end of this month. And then the affordable indicators sale did get extended for a few more days. I think that might be going through Wednesday. That is the chart trader that I use. That is the accounts dashboard. And also this moving averages trend that you see, this green and blue colored area that I have on my moving indicators, or EMAs. So anyway, those sales are going on. Just throwing that out there, making sure that you keep that top of mind. But anyway, hope you guys had a good day. Hope you had a better day than I did. And yeah, we'll be back at it tomorrow. So thanks again for following along, and take care, and so long.